Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some things that you need to be doing during your Zoom classes. Unless that is you are the perfect student and you just sit at your desk taking notes. Now, if you are the perfect student, might as well click off this video because you don't really need my advice on this. But if you're a college student like me who finds themselves easily getting bored, then watch the rest of this video because I am going to be sharing with you guys some things that will help you stay into the Zoom class, like not completely check out, just check out a little bit, stay awake, and also feel more productive. The first things we're going to talk about are things that you can do with your camera on. This means they're not too distracting, nothing that would be considered inappropriate. You know what I mean. Something that my sister has done before during her Zoom classes, which I actually hadn't thought of, was painting her nails. Honestly, if you have your camera set up, say like this is, and you're looking down at your hand going like this, it really doesn't look like you're doing anything. I like to paint my nails, but I never have the patience to do it because I have to wait for them to dry. But if you're in a Zoom class and you're forced to have your camera on, then you have to sit and not do a whole lot anyways, so might as well be painting your nails. Now the next one might seem kind of obvious, but honestly, sometimes I completely forget about it, and it is to draw. Well, let me show you some of the drawings that I've done during Zoom classes. I've actually done quite a bit, not sure if I should be proud of it or ashamed, but here we go. I really love to just draw swirls. I don't really go for anything too in-depth. It's usually pretty abstract. I did draw a horse recently because I saw horses on the side of the road and it made me want to draw a horse in my Zoom class. So it's mainly just like swirls and things like that, but I'm telling you, this got me through a whole class. The next thing is actually also something that my sister did, and that was she organized my makeup drawer during one of her Zoom classes. So you picture this, she has her laptop set up like this. This is my desk, and she just organizes the drawer beneath, and they never saw anything. I think she like wiped the bottles of makeup and cleaned off brushes maybe, and then just like organized it nicely, which honestly I could see that taking an hour or two, so that took up like a whole class or two for her, and I got an organized makeup drawer out of it. So thanks to her, you guys should totally try organizing a little drawer beneath your desk, organizing your desk. As long as it's nothing too crazy, you know, you don't want to get out of frame if you have your camera on and stuff. Another thing that you can do that's somewhat drawing related with your camera on is practicing your lettering skills. I really wanted to get into calligraphy. I haven't really, I'm not very good at it, but if I had more Zoom lectures where I had to be sitting down, honestly, I think I would get some calligraphy markers and practice it during class because calligraphy is one of those things that really takes practice, and when you're in a Zoom class, you got the time, and you can do it while still paying attention to what the teacher's saying, which is a plus, right? The next idea just has to do with your setting, and that is change where you're sitting. If you have your camera on, you're getting really sleepy, you're getting really bored, you can't turn your camera off, it's totally okay to change where you're sitting. So if it's a sunny day out like it is right now, go take your Zoom class outside. My next tip, I use this over the holiday season because I was not getting enough sleep because I was staying up really late not doing school, but I would have a Zoom class from 2 to 3:30 in the afternoon, which was absolutely terrible for me because I would start to digest lunch and then I would have to sit down and stay awake and listen to the teacher for an hour and a half with my camera on. I would always make a fancy caffeinated drink beforehand and sit down to that at the beginning of class, try and pace it so I didn't finish it right away, and that would help keep me awake, it would keep me somewhat entertained, and I honestly think that it helped me look more attentive in class. Just something about me sitting there sipping my coffee, I don't know. Alright, next we have also something pretty simple, but it is chewing gum. You can chew gum, I believe, with your camera on if you're on mute. If you're not muted, highly wouldn't recommend that. Like that would not be great. I do not think your classmates or teacher would enjoy that. But if you're on mute, I honestly don't think it would make a big difference if you're chewing gum. And chewing gum can help me stay awake sometimes. Lastly, I highly recommend show and tell. This is really fun for not only you, but also your teachers and your classmates. I know sometimes my teachers get really excited when people have fun things in their backgrounds. I'm thinking specifically cute puppies. If you have a cute puppy, show off your cute puppy. Obviously you don't want them to be like in the camera all the time, But maybe at the beginning of class, bring out your puppy. All right, now we are going to move to things that you can do with your camera off. We all know that feeling, you know, when you press the button and the green light at the top of your computer goes black and they can't see you anymore. I just want to go to sleep. So, sometimes you can't fall asleep. You still have to pay attention even though your camera's off. Some things you can do are laundry. Maybe not the funnest thing, but hey, when you're done with class and you've done your laundry, you heard what the teacher had to say because laundry is kind of mindless, but you also done with laundry. An amazing feeling. Highly recommend. Another thing that you can do very mindlessly is makeup. If you don't have to have your camera on, then they can't tell that you're not ready for the day and you're just putting on your makeup. Might as well do it while doing a Zoom lecture and you can pay attention to both. Now, you may not want to hear this one, but honestly, doing ab exercises, specifically planking, is really great for when you have your camera off. Don't do it with your camera on. Please do not be that person who has to be so efficient that they have to do everything. If you're going to plank, do it with your camera off, but it will wake you up, it will keep your mind alert. Another thing, kind of like laundry, dishes. Dishes are a completely mindless thing that once you do them, you're going to be so happy that you did them during your Zoom class because now that you're done with school, you don't have to go do your dishes. You're done. You can watch TV or whatever, something that you can't do during Zoom, or you shouldn't do during Zoom. You know what I mean. Last but not least, with your camera off, stretching is really, really great because you can easily follow a list of stretches. There's tons if you just Google. You could do like a yoga flow or something. I think that would be a little bit more mentally distracting though, so I would highly recommend just doing a few stretches. You can do 30 stretches, hold each for a minute, and that's 30 minutes. I don't know how long your Zoom classes are, but you can easily stretch for a whole Zoom class and hopefully it will keep you from falling asleep. That is it, you guys. Those are all my recommendations for things that you can do during your Zoom class. If you have any creative things that you do, please comment them down below. I would be curious to know, and I wish you the best of the luck in your future Zoom classes, and I hope you don't fall asleep. Make sure to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will miss you guys until I see you next time. Bye!